Recently, the U.S. plans to sign bilateral or trilateral trade deals with the EU, Japan, Canada, and Mexico. Do you agree that the U.S. plans to make the multilateral trade platform established by the WTO obsolete and build a new model of international trade?
On his campaign trail, Trump made it clear that the U.S. did not benefit from globalization. Free trade has helped several developing countries, especially China. However, the U.S. suffered significant loss because of it. According to his estimate, the U.S. trade deficit, plus the loss of intellectual property, is about $800 billion annually. That's why he promised to fix the problem once elected. The trade platforms Mr. Trump inherited, whether unilateral or multilateral, and the WTO, appear to be politically correct, but are actually detrimental to the U.S. economy. What Mr. Trump is doing now is to rebuild the World Trade Platform, reshape U.S. foreign trade relations, and the U.S. economy strategically. His actions are very clear, and the steps he's taken are reassuring. Let's take NAFTA as an example. As the first step, he wanted out. Under the threat of U.S. withdrawal, Canada and Mexico made concessions and are willing to come to the table, which paved the way for a new trade agreement. Although the framework still involves the original 3 North American countries, the specific clauses would be quite different from the previous version. In the meantime, the U.S. is engaging with Japan and the EU to negotiate new trade agreements. There have been trade frictions between Japan and the U.S. in the 1980s and 1990s. It's a significant step for Japan to renegotiate willingly with the Trump administration. Once the U.S., EU, and Japan, the biggest economic bodies, can reach better agreements, the World Trade Platform will be remodeled. It's just a matter of time when the old WTO framework will become practically meaningless.
Is it possible that the WTO would eventually be marginalized? How would it affect China?
It took China 13 years to join the WTO. China made a lot of promises when it was accepted by the WTO in 2001. China was given a 5-year grace period to fulfill all unmet conditions. 17 years have passed since then. Most of what China had promised has not materialized yet. Starting this year, Beijing has made some new policies. One of them is the expansion and relaxation on conditions for foreign investment in mainland China. However, I think the efforts are too little and too late. The best time was missed a long time ago. If China had moved forward gradually and steadily starting 17 years ago to keep its promises, China would be enjoying more freedom in trade and the market economy. Although the CCP's rule would not allow a fundamental change, it's impossible to achieve complete marketization and free trade, but at least it wouldn't be so backward as it is today.